The Fox 17 Rockin' Review. I'm hanging out with the very talented Teye. You may know him from playing guitar with Joe Ely, world-renowned for your flamenco guitar playing, and also a consummate guitar builder. And so thank you for joining me, and thank you for bringing in these beautiful, artistic, worthy instruments that you've built.
Well, thank you very much. Those are nice compliments.
And yeah, you're at Rymer's Gallery with these now too, and the whole show just started like a week ago. Here in Nashville, right?
Actually, I think it started on Saturday.
Did it? Okay.
Yes, sir. Last Saturday. It is amazing. I'm just a guy from the Netherlands, man. You know.
A very talented guy.
Well, thank you. You know, and I come to the United States on the, on the invitation of Joe Ely, who integrated my flamenco guitar into his country rock, if you will, band.
Great album and several tours.
Yeah, that is amazing. I'm so proud to be a part of that. Joe did a fantastic job bringing all that together. And the next thing I know is I have a bona fide flamenco career here with my wife, dancing and playing the guitar all over the world.
Amazing.
And then we wanted to have plan B, start a family, settle down, have kids and all that. So we needed to get off the road, and I go, I made these guitars already, not like this elaborate, but and people were really enthusiastic, really wanted to pay money for it. So I go, that might be plan B. And then, because I've been building guitars and customizing guitars my entire life, I remember for graduation I got a Gibson SG.
Right.
And I thought it was a great guitar. I mean, to me, it was a step up from the plywood,
Right. You didn't have to put the Formica pieces on that you and your father did on your first guitar.
Oh, the first one, yeah. we laminated it with a new ultra-thin glass fiber that my father had gotten into the factory where he worked. And we laminated. I mean, we cut little pieces and glued them in.
I think it's so incredible that you started your guitar building that way, though, with your father, and then the evolution it's made.
Yeah. Yeah, because we put the Gibson, brand new Gibson. After a week and a half, we stuck the router and made room for a third pickup.
Wow.
And when I look at the original drawings of the switching, which I had to, get rid of the Gibson toggle and put a rotary switch in, and it's not all that different from what I use now. And back then, we were young, the world was young, it was different.
Oh yeah, well, and your guitars, like we had talked about, and you've had the Teye Guitars for some time. You originally launched them in Austin, Texas, and now you're moving the factory here to Nashville.
Yeah, the staff has actually moved last week. Wow. And we have the workshop up and running, but we're moving the big tools like in 2 weeks' time, and then we'll be here.
And you're so hands-on with a lot of stuff too on this Teye, to where it plays and sounds great, and you've added your own innovations from being a musician yourself, but also the engravings and everything, from the bridge, from the tailpiece, the engravings on the back here. When we look at this, I mean, look at that. That's just incredible. To where, from every angle, and with the Master Series now that you've launched, you even changed out the machine heads. You designed these.
Yeah. I thought these are called keys, they're not tuning keys, not for nothing, so I designed a key head to go on top of it. No, and that's inspired. I mean,
You're right, it's incredible.
But I actually started using these also on the Super E series.
Oh, okay.
So basically, because these are, of course, the cost of it is pretty high. So on the guitars, we're trying to keep the cost down. They're not being used. We use just a regular...
well, and just the same as the new knobs that you came up with, which I think are very innovative, the way they're cut, and then you've got it to where you can grip them easy.
Yeah, and they roll. I mean, it's a good knob, I think.
Now let's also talk about another innovation that you added on the Master Series, was that you brought in the different knob, which now the Mojo, you used to have the Mood knob.
The Mood knob was great. I mean, I always wondered why do you need to bring so many electric guitars to the gig when really flamenco guitar I only bring one.
Right.
And I can do the entire gig with it, all of it, the vocal accompaniment, the dance accompaniment. So I designed the Mood knob especially for that. Make a broadband guitar with the deep wood, the deep sounding wood, and then with the bright sounding and the shimmer giving aluminum hardware, and have it all tweaked, with brass underneath and all that stuff. But and then you said
one of the popular artists you were talking to said, well, what am I going to do? I want to get one of your guitars, but I have so many others. It's like, well, you only need one.
He said, Teye, I really don't need another guitar. And I said, yeah, you're right. Sell them.
Well, and as we could hear during the intro, also, Teye, you were getting so many different sounds out of one instrument.
And there's there's too much to really display, but there's like one that's really like interesting, I at least think, and that is these two out of phase.
Oh yeah.
So you can play it all nasal. But you can also, if you say that's too nasal for me, you just dial one of them out a little bit.
Oh, that's nice.
See?
Very
it's
nice.
Just you dial in.
Wow.
Almost sounds like a phaser, you know?
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Especially in your hands. Now, where can viewers find your guitars? Obviously you've had some of the lines out now, and you're really coming out with the Master Series. The most. Where can people find the guitars, Teye?
Well, the unbelievable thing that has happened to me is that the very prestigious Rymer Art Gallery in Nashville, Tennessee, has taken a liking to my work and has decided to do a full exhibition.
Amazing.
On my Master Series guitars, and it's going to run from we opened Saturday, and it's going to run through the end of the year. So if you have any Christmas shopping in mind, that's where you go. What I'm saying is, this is like one of the highest compliments that I've ever had. And when you go there, you look, the guitars, they've been like spotlighted and highlighted. And it's breathtaking. Just
like works of art, just like we consider them. Now, what's your website also, in case people want to see some of your other models too?
That and all the stories, you go to Teye.com. Now this is spelled as follows: T as in Tom, E as in Edward, Y as in yellow, and then E as in Edward. TEYE.com.
Exactly.
So cross the T's and dot the I's.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think you've done an incredible job, Teye, with your Master Series.
Thank you very much.
And I will certainly be driving down to the Rymer Gallery to check them out there as well. And be sure and go online, check them out at Teye.com. And if you play one, you will probably want one.
That's the danger.
That is the problem. So thank you so much for joining me, Teye.
On the contrary, thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching the Fox 17 Rock and Review.